Good morning, everyone. I'm Beth Hildenbrand, and this is Booked Up with Beth. And this morning we have one of my favorite authors with us, Kerry Marzock. Good morning, Kerry.
Hi Beth. Hi, everybody.
And I'm going to let Kerry tell us a little bit about herself for those of you who are unfamiliar with her. So, Kerry, go ahead.
Okay, well, it's a long story, so I'm not sure if we have enough. No, I'm, kind of Pennsylvania born and bred and lived there most of my life. Ended up out here in Ohio for the last 4 years in Canton. Just me and the Queen Cleopatra, my wonderful cat, and just working and also trying to write as much as I can, and trying to get some sleep in between.
Yeah, we know how that goes.
Yeah.
I need to apologize to everybody right away. I'm getting my son's cold, so I'm going to be hacking through the show. So today we are talking about The Reptilian Factor.
Yeah.
I have all of Kerry's books because I just love them. She's fabulous. And this is my copy of The Reptilian Factor. This is an excellent cover, by the way.
Right.
I love this cover.
Right.
And I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little, the cop lady is inside the eye.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You can see it pretty good there. And that is Detective Amy Stephenson.
Yeah.
And she is fabulous. She's a Philly girl too. Only she is transplanted to Arizona. Tucson, yes. And I think that would be a big change. It was for her. It would be a big change for me. I can't imagine going from this cold ass weather to the weather in Tucson, Arizona.
Well, actually, that's what I did. Back in 1966, I ended up moving to Tucson for 2 years.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. So that's why it was so much fun writing this book, because as I wrote it, I kept saying, "Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that." And it was like me going back in time to the and of course, being from Pennsylvania pretty much all my life at that point, and now here I am driving into the desert. I'm thinking, like, what the hell am I getting into, right? But I was there for a couple months, and turned out I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
I bet. And the food was probably fabulous. I mean, Pennsylvania Dutch food can be a little bland.
Yeah, it took me a little bit of time because as I say in the beginning of the book, it took Amy a little bit of time to get used to the real Mexican food, right?
When I went to Texas, I was like, "Oh my God, this is so good."
Oh yeah. But
I love spicy food.
But it's a great city, and just Sabino Canyon and the mountains around it, and Mount Lemmon. Oh my God, it's just great. So it was really a lot of fun writing this book. It really was. Yeah.
And it's the characters are great. The characters are great. I loved it. And there's 2 Amy's in this book. And the second Amy is, wow. See, I can't give things away. I can't.
Yeah.
You got to find out. You have to find out.
There's 2 Amy's. Yes. Yeah.
So Kerry is going to read us her wonderful poem from this book, and then the prologue, and then we can talk about the book a little more.
Okay.
So I am going to let Kerry read.
Okay.
Because then I get to sit here and shut up. I like that part when I don't have to talk.
Now, I'm not a great reader, but
oh, you're wonderful.
All right. Well, I like to start and end all my novels with a poem. This one here, The Reptilian Factor, I actually just started with a poem. And then the thing is that it's actually my longest novel. So once I got to like 500 pages, I said, nah, we'll forget the poem at the end. Not that at that point it mattered 1 or 2 more pages. But anyway, the poem is titled Night of the Sphinx. Starts, bewitching time is but the sweet breath of night. Feral whispers wafting from a silvering moon, awaiting the explosion of a vibrant sunrise. She is called forth to defile the beguiled, sweet demonic daughter of the chimera, intoxicating mistress of evil's delight. Moving to the swirl of biting sands with the sway of haunting palm fronds, she dances, she twirls, she spins to evil madness. Pounding heart of a lion surging to come alive, bathed in moonlight before pre-dawn's awakening. Nighttime breezes singing loudly for beasts to thrive. Listen closely to the crackling winds. Can you hear the lion's ravenous roar? The moan and groan of hunger to be appeased. Carnal need to touch just one more sacrifice desired by the feral beast who is now part woman born, with the wings of an angry bird and lizard's lashing tail. She slides with silent grace throughout the dark of night, selecting another victim walking upon the trail of shadows. The sheepiece whispers into the prey's unsuspecting ear. Which creature in the morning goes on 4 feet, at noon on 2, and in the evening upon 3? The riddle left unanswered, his heart now belonged to her. Soft fingers lovingly caressed like silken threads, hands of a strangler flexed with brutish strength. She revels in the power of one more conquest met. Her magical beauty used to mesmerize and enchant. Demonic appetite once again sated with but one more devoured soul. Fresh taste of blood upon her sweet lips. Within twitching ears, a fading beat from yon dying heart. Forever consumed by human frailties, deceit, and lies. Roaring at a resplendent moon, she unfurled her wings to soar high into darkened sky, towards a beckoning morn of an approaching resplendent, blood-red, tangerine sunrise. Her urgent desires satisfied, monstrous hungers now subdued. Gliding upon angry thermals, long wings spread wide, sinister shadows brushed upon a quivering earth below. Night after night her lion roared as death begets more death. Souls once wasted upon the living now swaying within her chanting song of everlasting life. For she is the queen of darkness, demon of destruction. And then came that fateful night when she asked the same question. Which creature in the morning goes on 4 feet, at noon on 2, and in the evening upon 3? Oedipus smiled, for he knew the answer to destroy her. His reply, well, it is but man, who crawls on all fours as a baby, then walks on 2 feet as an adult, and with a cane in his old age. With a painful growl that rumbled across the ground below, she emits an angry roar that thunders through the heavens. Shrill shriek arose, killed all human heartbeats. This sheepy flung her from the ragged cliff, a demon now devoured by life within her terrifying night of the Sphinx to be no chill when yon silvered moon hangs high. As the dark breath of night caresses me, a growl starts low within my breast. For now this wild lion craves to stalk the streets, while an angry raptor shrieks to flee the nest. The demonic beast will roar once more, for unsuspecting prey will surely die this night.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful. I love it. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for coming.
Hi.
Nina and Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Just in time for Halloween. Yes. Yes.
That's my bestie, Susan.
She's a sweetie.
And she's so talented. It's incredible how talented she is. Oh my God.
Yes, she is.
You know,
She puts my little baby poetry self to shame.
she's going to set records for poetry books, that girl.
Yes, she is. Oh, everything that comes out of her is a beautiful poetry.
Yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and read the prologue. It's not that long. It's only like 2 pages, so it won't take long.
Okie doke.
And you know what?
Good morning, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny. I like to start all my novels with the first chapter. Pound. Right. Josh Cranston decided to flag himself. His buddies in the office had departed to Silver Saturday at midnight. Glancing down at his wristwatch, he realized it was now just a little past midnight. He silently berated himself for not leaving when they did, but that had seemed to be a major problem in his life going back to college. Always staying for one too many, and then it was an adventure just getting home. He already had one DUI in his record and certainly didn't need another one. It might end up costing him a really great job. His best friend, Craig Latham, tried to persuade him to give up his keys and leave together, then return early in the morning to get his car. Of course, Josh just laughed him off, saying he was okay to drive and would leave as soon as he finished off the drink in front of him. Well, that was an hour ago, and 2 more gin and tonics later. Glancing at his watch once more, he noticed how the minute and hour hands wavered, so he decided it was definitely time. It actually looked as if the bartender was getting ready to tell him anyway, or take his car keys and call a friend. He laid a $50 bill on the bar, much more than the of his tab was. However, he came here often because he loved the steaks. They were actually the best in and around Tucson, at least in his opinion anyway. He wanted to show Mark, his favorite bartender, how much he appreciated not being hassled about his drinking limit. The lounge was somewhat dark, so he tried walking as straight as possible, staggering against empty tables and chairs. When he finally got outside, he inhaled deep in order to get some air inside his lungs. Looking at the parking lot, which was nearly empty, he didn't see his vehicle. Then he mumbled, "Shit," remembering that he arrived late because of a meeting with an important client. So he had to park in the rear of the restaurant since the place was packed. Nearly fell where his truck was parked. It was the only vehicle behind the building. While fumbling with his keys so he could unlock the door, he suddenly heard a noise behind him. Dizzy, he spun around too fast, stumbled back against the vehicle, and then slid roughly to the ground. "Damn it, what the hell is that?" he muttered, laughing at the same time. Then that noise erupted again, louder this time. It sounded like a sharp hiss, then followed by a diminishing growl. Josh fell hard and stared hard into the darkness, his vision extremely blurry. There was not as much light behind the building as there was out in the front lot. In fact, there was only a light bulb above the back door, plus just one light pole. Then suddenly Josh's eyes grew huge. He didn't know if what he saw was real or just one of those famous pink elephant stories you always hear about. Charging towards him was the largest damn lizard he had ever seen in his life. Before he even had a chance to yell, the hideous creature took Josh's head in its mouth and crunched down.
Yes, I was hooked on this book right away. A giant lizard eating people is wonderful.
Yeah, but there's a little more to this lizard.
There is. There's a lot more to this lizard.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is a fabulous book. So, Detective Amy does not like lizards or any creepy crawlies.
No creepy crawlies.
And her and her partner Manny have got to track down the creepy lizard. and it gets really crazy. It does,
because they really don't know what they're. I mean, there's people dying all through and around the city, hideous deaths, and they don't know why. They also know that they're under a lot of pressure to find out what or who is doing the killing. And it after a number of deaths, they realize it's not who, but it's definitely what. And so then it just goes on, and pretty soon they find out that the military somehow is involved, and then it goes into the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Tucson, and brings in another character, Vince Flint, who is head of like a group of mercenary type soldiers, and then they're asked to track down this whoever's doing the killing, and they find out that it's probably one of the worst things they've ever had to find.
It's pretty fabulous, but then I get off on things like this. So giant lizards eating people, and you're totally just going to be blown away when you, because you derailed me. You totally derailed me halfway through this book. I was like, no. Yeah, I was totally not expecting this. And I loved it. I loved it when people can totally shock me. I love it. And all your books do that to me. But this one really got me. Yeah. I have been waiting so long to have you on the show about this book, because this one just totally sent me out into left field.
Yeah, I as I was writing it, I kept like in the back of my head saying, what's the twist? What's the twist here? What's the twist? And Amy knows there's something wrong with her. There always has been, but she didn't know what it was. So I'll leave it at that.
Yes. Don't tell. Just totally. I loved it. You were just wow.
And I love aliens anyway, as far as reading about them and watching the movies and stuff. So it was really fun writing this and setting it in the desert surrounding Tucson, because basically it's so close to Area 51 and the whole history of that whole area back there and everything. So it was I just let my mind go.
Well, you amazed me.
Scary as that is.
My voice sounds funny, but that's okay. Usually I sound like Minnie Mouse on crack, but this morning I actually sound like I have a deep voice. So, hey, okay, see, squirrel, I need to bring it back. Okay, nobody cares about how my voice sounds this morning. Okay. I told Kerry earlier I'm going to be silly because of this cold. Kerry, all species of aliens you could have chosen to write about. Why the reptilian?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just always have this thing in the back of my head. Maybe it's because of my age and watching all the very, very old black and white science fiction movies and everything like that. Like so many of them were monster or alien, a reptilian type, and it was just well, there's a little bit different in the sense that this particular alien, its actual form itself can actually go into any body at once. So it's not particularly an alien lizard, but it's an alien that can, if it wanted to be a bird, I think it could be a bird. It's just whatever it wants to be. And in this case, in Tucson, it chose the lizard. So that's where the reptilian comes in.
That's true. I mean, remember the slee stacks? They were like lizards.
Yeah.
I remember. And what happened to quicksand? You remember back in the day, everybody was always falling into quicksand?
I know.
You never hear about quicksand anymore.
It disappeared.
It did. It was like on all the shows, everybody was falling into quicksand.
I know.
Nobody does anymore.
No.
They should somebody needs to bring quicksand back in their books. Hello. I'm going to have some quicksand in my book now.
I can do that. I can do that.
There we go. Okay. Kerry's going to put somebody in quicksand. Thank you. Okay. I just get so off track. But yeah, somebody needs to bring quicksand back. And some of the characters I don't want to bring up because I'm going to give so much away. But she gets kind of a bodyguard in the book.
Yeah.
And okay, he is like one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
He says almost nothing. But does he even speak? I don't think he speaks at all in the book.
He does. He speaks. He speaks a few times when she's in the hospital, and then a little bit in her apartment, in her house rather. But yeah, he's
definitely the strong silent type. But he's like a fabulous character.
Yeah, he's not human either.
That's true. But he doesn't even have to say anything really, and he's an amazing character.
Yeah,
with very little to say. And that's hard to do in a book, is make a great character who does not say much. That's how it's one of the ways you form a character is by what they say.
Yes, that's true.
And he doesn't say much at all, and yet he is a fabulous character.
Yeah, he is.
So you just, I don't know how you pulled it off, but you did. And I got to give you props for that one because he was like one of my favorite characters in the whole book.
Thank you.
You're just amazing. You are.
I definitely ended this with, well, I wasn't sure how I was going to end it. If it was just going to be a standalone book, but then as I got near the end and everything, I said, no, I got to keep going with this. I can't let it just drop. So even though some things happened with the main alien character, I ended it on the last page with knowing that there definitely could be a lead into a second book. So
and this is where she angers me every time because I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Well, no, I could never be angry with you, but just frustrated. It's frustration. I need more.
Just got to find time to write, kid.
I know the feeling. I'm up till 2 or 3 in the morning, but it's reading. I write and then I need to read for the show or read for this or that.
Yeah.
And it's like my writing time is so limited because I'm so busy reading.
Uh-huh.
And I wish I had more writing time.
Yeah. It's funny. There were probably 2 times I could write full time, and both of those times is when I decided to retire. And then I wasn't retired for very long, and I had to go back to work again. So.
What's retired? Is there such a thing?
I always think it should be retarded. I don't mean, yeah. But I try. Like I have 2 books, works in progress that if I could probably sit down and have nothing but a month to write, I could probably finish them both. But life has a way of always sticking its nose into things when you don't want it to, right?
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just a mom and a grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I do the show and I write, but still trying to find time for everything is a joke.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I have appointments for the son and dentist and doctor and school and this and that and the other, and the grandbabies. I love to have the grandbabies around all the time, and it just snowballs. Mm-hmm. And then the next thing you know, it's like, oh my God, how am I so behind on everything?
Yeah.
When did this happen? And it's like, okay, yeah, those dishes should have been done last week, but
I mean, it's like the Raven. It's just like the Raven series. I mean, I started the third book, but it's like, okay, I got to get time to write the third book. It's crazy.
I love those books. Those books are fabulous.
Yeah,
You write such good female characters. You really do.
I like I like to put myself in the characters. I think for me to write as if I'm that character. You know, like I'm the one that's chasing. I'm the one that's doing the fighting. I'm the one that's doing the killing. I'm the one that got hurt. So I can feel everything better. So that's kind of like why I put myself in those characters. So
I did the same thing. My last book, Lila, the Shattered Hex.
yeah,
She's a chain smoking, knife throwing, crazy woman.
yeah.
Who drives a Mustang. Now, I have no idea where I came up with that character. Because goodness knows I'm not a chain smoking, knife throwing person.
No.
No, never heard of it before. So yeah, there's a little bit of me in every female character I have ever written.
Yeah.
And this last one was totally a lot like me. Just pulling knives on people when they piss her off. And yeah, my poor children. Oh, the things they have had to pull me out of. God bless them.
And that's why also I think even a lot of the different characters in my books and stuff like that, some of the characters are patterned after people that I know or people I have met in my life. Not mentioning any of them in particular. If they were to read the book, they'd probably, that's me. So I think it's easier as authors to not only know about the area that you're writing about, you know, the city, the town, the surrounding area, the history. I do like to put a lot of history in my books at the same time. But also kind of having a feel for the characters. Yeah, some characters you definitely got to make up. That's the way it is. But I think some of the main characters I think are people that you know, at least for me anyway. At least for me.
Susan says she has written as a male character. Have you ever done that, or will you in the future?
Written as a male character. Oh, well, I mean, I probably could. It just seems like so far all three novels, the main character is a female, but there's also a main character that's a male too. You know, I don't know why I chose the police profession for both of them, them to be detectives, but I guess maybe it's because I watch a lot of shows on TV that are police oriented. So maybe that's why I've got a lot of that stuff in my head. But yeah.
I watch a lot of that stuff too. It's fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What have I been watching lately? Criminal Minds.
Oh my God. Jeez. It's like sometimes I forget which channel it's on, but you know, sometimes they do Criminal Minds all day long, right?
That's what I've been. Oh, my granddaughter. She calls me all the time. My little granddaughter. That's what I've been doing. Yep, the little marathons they have on TV. Yeah.
Serial killers. Pretty soon I said I can't watch any more of this. Yeah.
I know you get hooked on it.
But it gives you a lot of ideas. You can think, oh my God, that's pretty good. I'm going to stick that in the back, way back here, and leave it there and let it fester. And yeah.
So where did you come up with this? I mean, just you know, what brought it into your head? Hey, I'm going to write this.
The reptilian factor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I've always Well, I think I've always wanted to write about aliens. I just wasn't sure when and where. And then when I finished the second Raven novel, Raven's Rage, I actually started the third one, like about 3 chapters, and then I kind of paused and everything, and I said, let me just write something different, and I got, yeah, aliens, and then I just let. I do a lot of writing down the notes and everything like that. I'm not um, I don't write down like steps,
Like an outline.
like an outline. I tried, and it just doesn't work for me. I'm more just write down notes as they pop into my head, and then pretty soon I may have like half of a notebook filled with notes. So then I just generate those notes in my head, and but yeah, I always wanted to write an alien book, and there it is, Reptilian Factor. Yeah.
I do that too. I'll start something and then it's like, whoop, nope, here's something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I started Lila, it was because somebody told me that my profile picture should be a book cover, which that was supposed to be the book cover, was my profile picture with the cowboy hat. And it ended up not being the book cover after all, but it ended up being a book.
I really like that picture, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I like that picture a lot.
So yeah, it's weird where the ideas come from.
Yeah, it is. I think. Well, actually, like when I moved here to Ohio, and we got settled and everything like that. I actually started another novel, a werewolf novel, because of an idea I had in my head, and I think I might have like 3 or 4 chapters done on it. And then my partner and roommate Selah got really, really sick, and she passed away, and so my writing kind of stopped at that point, and I haven't really decided to pick that up again and start writing, but it's there if I want to. And actually, I when I started writing it, I set that book here in Ohio, because I like to write with everything that's surrounding me, because it's easier. Just like you're writing about everything back in the Amish country,
Mm-hmm.
but you're so knowledgeable about it. It's easier to write about it.
And you overlook things you see every day, which is weird. Like with the hex signs and my house. In the beginning of the book, I have a picture of my house is 200 years old. It was like the first house built on the street.
Wow.
And it was built by a Mennonite man. And over my bedroom door is an old horseshoe. Because, this was part of the culture. It was for luck. And the same horseshoe has been up there for 200 years.
Okay.
And so I put it in the book because, this is something that we have seen our whole lives. Mm-hmm. And we take for granted because it's just always been there. Mm-hmm. And, so I put it in the book, and I put, a hex sign that we have here in the house in the book also, because we need to preserve these little things, because people, unless you go to a little touristy place like Paradise or somewhere, the culture has just turned into a little tourist trap. Uh-huh. And people don't understand it. They don't see it anymore. You really don't see a lot of hex signs on barns anymore.
No, it's true.
Like you used to. We're losing that. And so I guess, writing the book was kind of my little way of preserving some of these things.
Sure.
And I think we need to do that because it's dying out, except for, like I said, these little tourist stands where they sell these little trinkets. And you look at what the cute little Amish people do. And that's sad that the truth of it is getting lost.
Yeah, it's like when I lived in Philly, and yet my family was in Lancaster, and I used to drive back and forth. I don't know, every couple of weeks I would drive back and forth, and I'm sure I could have jumped on the turnpike, but I wanted to drive through the country. So I went out through Valley Forge, hopped on Route 23, and that took me right through Amish country. And you see the horse and buggies, and you see the stands and stuff like that, and yeah, you don't want to lose that, because that's a big part of that area.
It is, and like I said, growing up with it, I took it for granted. I really did, because it's something you see on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, whoopee-doo. It's there, so what? But when you really think about it, just like people will throw out the word hex, like it's in books, like it's just a spell or a magic thing.
Mm-hmm.
But very few people understand what a Pennsylvania Dutch hex is.
Correct.
That it's a person,
Yeah.
And not just a spell.
Mm-hmm.
So, these things are just getting lost with time, and it's sad.
But they're staying in your book.
Exactly. So, I was just, it's just a little pride in my culture. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, well, our culture.
Yeah, that's why when I started writing Raven's Rage, I wanted to set that more. I wanted to bring in some of the Amish area. Of course, the chapter. What happens in the first chapter.
I loved it. I like reading about here.
Yeah, and I rode that first chapter. I rode that road probably 500 times in my lifetime, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to Lancaster and stuff like that. So I was driving home one day after a holiday, and I was driving up and I was seeing the cornfields on both sides, and I said, by the time I got home, I had the first chapter written in my head.
I know. That was so great for me, because I could totally visualize it in my head.
Yeah.
I could see that road, and I could see the buggies, and it was perfect for me, because I could get the perfect visual.
Yeah.
Because I knew the place, and I knew what the buggy would look like, and the Amish people and the whole thing. Uh-huh. So it brought it to life for me, and I loved that. So yeah, that was one of the reasons I love your book so much, because it was right there for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, I'm a fangirl.
Thank you. Thank you. And of yours too, very much.
Thank you.
Very.
So yeah, I guess it's time to go now. I hate to say goodbye. You're one of my favorite peoples.
You're one of mine too. I love being on your show. This is the third time we've been together, so
I know, and I will have you back more times. I know I will.
I do for me and Susan.
Yes.
Got canceled.
And I was in Susan's great interview. Thank you, Susan. I was in Susan's last anthology book. When she had. Oh, thank you, Greg. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed it. When she had the big book done.
Yes.
So we'll have to do something with that.
Okay.
That was fun. It was the first time I ever did poetry from pictures.
Yeah, that was the anthology. Yes. Yeah.
That was new for me. So yeah. I enjoyed that. It opened me up to a new experience. I had never tried that before.
Yeah, that was from the Quill, Guardians of the Quill. Unfortunately, that was started by Robert Bradley, who sadly passed away. And from Wildfire, we're going to be having something come out in the next few weeks, a tribute magazine to Robert Bradley.
I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Yes, he used to tag me in all of his poetry he would post. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I have not been on Facebook a lot lately.
Yeah, he passed
Oh,
away. I'm not sure the exact date, but it's been going on 2 months now. He suddenly passed away of a heart attack while at work, and it just crushed so many of us that have known him for so long. And he's just another one of our poets that are angels in heaven now. And it's so this tribute book magazine is going to be pretty good. It's going to be really, really good. And that'll
the last time I was on Wildfire, I shared the cover with Robert.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Just number one, just a great guy, a great person, just a fantastic poet who had his own style. He was funny. He just was.
He had little ones, didn't he?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty rough for all of us that were really close to Robert. It was a rough time, and yeah. So this tribute magazine is going to bring a lot of tears when people get it to read it. Yeah, but
I am so terribly sorry to hear that, and my condolence to his family and his friends and everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just terrible.
Yeah. I thought you knew.
No, I did not. I did not. I didn't. I'm sorry. Oh.
No. That's yeah.
I don't know how I missed that. Oh.
Yeah. He, like I said, he had his own style of writing, and Susan and I, through Wildfire, have done so many books, and being an editor, I learned fairly quickly that because Robert, in his poetry, he would write using other words spelled the same way, but to mean what it was. You couldn't edit Robert's poetry because of the way he wrote it, the way he wanted it, and that was fine, But he had his own style, and it was fantastic. And he was in psychotherapy, I think it was, for people, and he just gave a lot of himself to other people. And just a great guy, and we loved him, and we missed him really bad. Yeah. That, like I said, that tribute magazine coming out in a couple of weeks, and we'll be announcing it on Facebook a lot. So.
Well, my condolences to you and Susan and his whole family.
Thank you.
On that note, thank you for being here, honey.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm sorry. I needed to end.
No. That's fine. As a matter of fact, we will dedicate this show to Robert.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. When Susan and I get together, and we'll get with Nina, and we'll schedule a show together, and we'll maybe we can make it a little bit of a longer show, maybe, and we'll designate some of that to Robert and read his poetry.
That would be fabulous.
Yeah,
I would love that. Like I said, the last time I was on Wildfire, I shared the cover with him. Yeah, and I was very happy to do that. So
yes,
yeah,
you're right. Yep. He was still with us.
So that was just a few months ago. So
yes, yeah.
So yeah, I would love to do something like that.
Still very hard to believe. Yeah.
So yes, that would be that would make my heart happy.
Okay, we'll definitely do that.
Yes. So thank you, everyone, and I will see you Wednesday when we have J.M. Chelly on the show.
Okay.
And thank you so much for being here, my darling.
I definitely like to watch as many of your shows as I can see. Forget that they're on. I have to go back to the rerun of it, but I do the live ones because so I'll look for that. I'll look for that on Wednesday.
Okay, it's 6:00 on Wednesday.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Oh yes, thank you for being here, honey. Yeah. And I'll put that link for you in the chat for the book.
Okay.
And leave me your email.
I will.
And thank you, everyone, for watching. And have a great Saturday. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, honey.